Janetta.
Hello, Stefania. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties there. Just a
That's
little, just a smidgen. That's
this is
it.
nothing
Yeah.
we can't handle,
No,
right?
nothing that we can't. No, nothing
So
that we can't.
welcome to Fun Fresh Fridays.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! There you go. We got it. We got to get
Yeah.
it
So
trained.
let me see. Okay. Awesome. We are Stefania. Okay. There we go.
Got
All
it.
right.
All right.
So,
Can you hear me loud and clear?
you kind of muffled a little bit.
Am I?
Yeah, just it
Muffled?
seems like you're far away. Your mic is far away. That's
Oh,
all it is.
very close. Why is it like that? What about if I put it up? What about that? Is that better?
Yes.
That's better. Okay.
Yes.
Let's start.
Let us start.
Mhm.
Um,
Secondly,
I'm going to say that a lot of people need to share this, need to like it, need to, because what we're going to talk about is I'm very careful. Number one, I'm very careful with everything that I have. I don't click on certain things. I don't open up any, I just go to the actual app or the actual website. I don't, even in my email, I don't do it. It'll say, your statement is ready. I don't even click that. I actually go to the website or my app, and that's where I go. This one, this one got me. And I can tell you that after talking to one of my friends who is an IT specialist, he heard about it, that this hacker, and has lost some money. Also, the person, how I fell into this world, the reason why I was tricked
yeah, I was going to say.
is because of how
Ooh.
they did it,
Mm.
how
So
they did
natural.
it. And
So
so,
natural.
yeah, so this person also, and I'm going to mention her name. She's a good friend of mine on Instagram and Facebook. I've met her, and we've been friends since 2017, I believe. And she's a dear friend of mine. And her friend got scammed for $1,000 because of this hack. Yeah. So I suggest that those that are watching, those that are going to watch on replay, please, please, please invite somebody, send it to somebody, forward it to somebody so that you will have the tools to know not to do it, not to
Right.
do what I did.
How about you share your experience from the beginning? So we're talking about hackers, and
Hmm.
you obviously had an experience where you've been hacked, right? Is this
Yeah.
your very first time,
First
Janetta?
time ever.
First time ever. Okay.
First time ever. Because I don't. If I get a message on if I get a message on Facebook, if I get a message on Instagram, and we haven't talked, and I have your phone number, I'm gonna text you. Hey, is this you?
Yeah.
And so I've been very careful, but this one, man, oh man. So this is what happened. So we're gonna dedicate this show about hacking and hackers and the traditional kind, and then we'll talk about the new the what I made up. It's not made up, but I'll attach it to hackers. Um, so I, I got a message, that says that I had a DM on Instagram. No, I have a friend, a good friend. She's I think she's in. Gosh, uh, I always say, where in the world is Carmen? Um, she is, I believe, she's in Belgium, if I'm not mistaken. Either she's in Belgium, the Netherlands. mm,
Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe.
she's there. So we
Yes.
chat a lot on there, and sometimes I'll talk to some of my friends on there as well. So this one, her name is Amber Kidd. Kidd, Amber Kidd. So if if we have a mutual friend, like Amber, please do not answer her DM. Do not, because her account is actually hacked.
Obviously.
So I didn't know because it was a conversation. He said, "Hey, Zanetta, have you been receiving this message? This text message from Instagram that is asking you to renew your password or to reset your password?" And I said, no, I haven't received anything. And I said, I think your account has been hacked if you're receiving that. And then the next conversation was this. This is the next conversation. She said, I know. So what you need to do, because I'm reporting it. Yes, this is what the DM said. Because I'm reporting it, copy and paste when you receive it. Copy and paste it to here when you receive it so that I can report it. Right after
That's
I
when it clicked.
received that's when I started receiving the text. And so I didn't click on it, but I copied and pasted. And that is when, no. So when I did that, she said, thanks, I'm going to report it now. So I was unsuspecting, because this is what I would do. I would say those things, to
Exactly.
someone.
It was they really legitimately used the words that two people would,
Have a conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a conversation. It's no longer click this, click this, click this. It's no longer that. It is a conversation. Whoever this person is. Oh, by the way, let me tell you all who this person is.
Who's hacking?
Yes.
No.
Oh, yeah. Because I have this. I have, Instagram would tell me what's happening, who's doing it, what. So as soon as I received that message from Instagram saying that you've changed your password, if this is not you, click here. So I didn't click here. I went immediately to Instagram and I could not log on. And said, your password has changed, your password has changed, your password has changed. Well, I have a second email. I have a second email that it emails me and lets me know that a person has logged on, because I know somebody who does some nefarious stuff. Yeah. So that's why I hold on, let me just mute this really quick. That's why, I have that. And so this person is his name is Lloyd Bankus at gmail.com. So if any of you have any kind of emails or any kind of confirmation of wanting to friend you, Lloyd's Bankus, Bankuss, first name Lloyds.
Wow.
So,
So did he friend you? Did he friend you? Do you know, has he friended you prior?
No, I don't accept anyone outside of if I know them.
Yeah.
I don't have. So, and here's another thing. Why hack me when I don't have that much friends? I don't even have 100, something like that. Yeah. I don't.
So
Yeah.
what happens now, Zanetta? Like, how do you get back into you've been hacked? So how do you confirm that, or how do you?
Well, my friend Amber, she's going through a whole lot right now. because Instagram is saying this is not you because she had to do a facial recognition. I read that too. I read the same email, I read the same thing, and I'm like, you will not get my facial recognition. That is one thing that you will not get because my iPhone opens up with my face,
Right.
opens my bank account, opens up. So no,
No.
you're no, no, you're not. Mm-mm. No, you're not. So, um,
So is it Instagram asking for facial recognition, or is it?
yes,
Oh,
yeah, Instagram is asking for it. That was one of the emails that said, if this is you, well, wait a minute. I thought I was already locked out. So why
right.
are you emailing me telling me that I
Correct.
need to do this and do no, 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 Instagram. No,
So it wasn't Instagram
no,
asking for
it
face.
was not. So these hackers are really good at making it seem like and look like it's legitimate. I
Right.
mean,
But
my
the,
no, go
yeah,
ahead. Go
and
ahead.
I was going to say, if you think about it, if you've never had facial recognition with Instagram before, why would they say, give us your facial recognition now to see if it's you, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Where the hack is.
Yeah. So so now, because my even my bank will send an email saying, these are hackers, they look like us, the website looks like us. We will never ask you for this, ask you for that. Even though I receive those emails, I go back to I go to the website. Yeah, I don't click anything. But this one got me because she was a friend. She's a dear friend, and it was a conversation. I'm not blaming Amber.
No.
It was a conversation.
So do you think these hackers are able to actually see who you're conversing with? Because obviously they must have picked someone that you're conversing regularly, so it does look very friendly. So if it, say, for example, it'd be someone that you haven't spoken to in 2 years or
Hmm.
a year,
Yeah.
right? You wouldn't be having that kind of conversation, right?
Well, you know what? Because there was some of my classmates. Their Facebook was hacked, and it was asking me for another friendship. And I was like, why are you asking me for another friendship when we're already friends?
Right,
So, so I would, go ahead and, email them or, message them. I said, hey, why are you asking for a friendship?
right.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's Amber. Thank you, Amber, for tuning in. They are so smart. And yes, I absolutely think they are strategic about who they are reaching out to. Yeah. And here's the thing, on my daughter had sent me a screenshot. She said, mom, I think I think your profile has been hacked.
Because
Because this is what it said.
uh,
And that's why I was joking around. I was like, look, and I didn't receive no 7 million deposit, $7 million deposit, even though it wasn't 7 million. But people that know me, I would joke like that so that they would know how I would do things.
right.
So it says your account has been credited with $7,222 on 2nd December 2022 from Octav OCTAVERTEXFXM. So it was the same thing. Amber was having these posts. I wasn't clicking on it. I wasn't, I was like, well, good for her. She found this, she found what I didn't know, she was hacked. That's what
Yeah,
I didn't know. So I was like, well, good for her. She has this coach and, she's getting all of this, all this money, coming in. Great for her. I was rooting for Amber. Amber was not receiving this. Yeah. And so they have posted saying it was her birthday. They are messaging friends I often speak with. They are sharing stories of conversations they have had with my old followers.
see, so they've gone in and
Please,
they've
yeah,
gone in and looked at her whole history.
yeah, please, please share, share, share this video. Because if you are actually having a conversation, go to Facebook. I'm going to tell you what to do. Go to Facebook, message them, and say, "Are you sending me DMs on Instagram?" That's how you do it. Because I had to message Amber. I said, "Hey, Amber, I got hacked because you're the only one that messaged me after, right after that." Then that's when all of this happened. Um, this is my niece. I'm also once a victim of these hackers. They use my information and apply for a loan online. I'm telling you, these hackers are getting um, smarter
Very
and smarter. Yeah, they're getting smarter and smarter. So do be careful. You know, send send a message. Don't do anything what they say. Don't if they say copy and paste here. No, don't do it. Immediately report. That's what you need to do. Immediately report. And if it's legitimately, oh well, at least you're not gonna get hacked. Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
I don't feel bad because I don't really go to Instagram that much. I don't have a lot of information on Instagram that much. I acted stupid on Instagram. I have,
So Amber said something else here. She said, I haven't had
yeah,
enough.
yeah. One friend fell for it and lost over $5,000.
So what, they go into your bank accounts through your computer through because they get
So
uh,
here's what can be done. What Because there's a lot of us. Well, not me. Okay. There's a lot of us that use the same password because we don't want to be bothered. That's what it is. We use the same password for almost everything. So, and then here's another thing that I don't do. Share your contacts. You're on Instagram. You want to share your contacts, or you want to invite those, or share whoever is already have an account. I I don't do that.
I don't understand. How do you share
So
someone?
so when you go on, let's say you want to join, oh, here's a new one, Marco Polo. Uh, I've just been introduced to that. So Marco Polo is an app where you can send instant video. And when I joined, it said in share your contacts so that we can tell you who's already on Marco Polo and you can be friends. No, I'm only doing it this. I'm only doing it for this person. For Wendy. Um, no, I'm not even going to invite anybody else because this is just for Wendy.
Mm.
I'm not using Marco Polo for anything else but with Wendy. That's it. So it'll do that. In the beginning, you never notice that. You never notice
Yes,
that
I do. I do, because it's also with everything really. Share your
with
contact with and invite them. Share
there
your
you
contact.
go. Yeah,
Invite.
share your contacts. So what happens is that when you share your contacts, it actually goes into your phone. Where whatever apps you have on your phone. Oh, by the way, this is what it looks like. So if anybody sees this right here,
Oh, how
that's
you got
no.
hacked? Because they changed the picture. No. What's that?
Yeah, it says PayPal, your account has been, and this is a part of the story. This is on story.
They
Yeah,
put
it took my profile picture and then pasted that.
and what does it say?
My PayPal, your account has been credited with $7,222. Really? Why would I or
Yeah,
anyone in their right mind share what they have on their PayPal?
correct.
Seriously. So people that Here, invest your money into things that will help you learn and bring more benefits to your life. Invest on how to make more money. Allow your money to multiply itself by investing it. I was introduced to a trustworthy lady who does Bitcoin mining few weeks back and something something else.
Now that's a whole other story. Being tricked into certain Bitcoin apps
That yeah, that's
and
it.
people
Yeah.
investing money, putting money in, seeing their money grow like pretty much instantly, and then they keep putting more money in, and then when they try and take it out after they've invested 10 grand, 20 grand, they can't get their money out.
They can't. They can't. So there's a one of my friends who's IT. He does cybersecurity. He said that one of his friends lost everything, and that's why please share this video, share it. It's a conversation. This is a conversation. So it was the same thing that I was seeing on Amber's um, profile. It would show up. It would show up on my feed, uh, and that's another thing. I only allow certain people to go on my feed, even on Facebook. It's very
Interesting.
yeah. I
Um,
select as to who is on my feed, the ones that I trust. So yeah, I fell for it. I fell for it flat face. I mean, I fell. But the good thing is that Instagram is by itself, Facebook is by itself, and all of my other by itself. I don't have the same password. I don't have the same. No, no, I don't do that. Yeah. So anyone that is a friend of mine on Instagram, know that I've been hacked. I've been hacked. So I posted it on Facebook. One of my sister, she was so leery about it. She said, "Did you post this?" I said, "Yes, that's me." That,
about being hacked, you mean?
yeah, that's me.
No, I
That
knew it
is,
was real even before talking to you. I just knew that
yeah.
that would have been you. A thing about the $7,000 being credited to your account, I knew that wouldn't have been you because
No,
that's like, no, that's not Zanetta.
no, no. People need to know who I really am. Especially with the entrepreneur community. We like to show, oh, this is what I have in my bank account. Oh, look at this deposit, look at this. So yeah, that's why I was like, oh, good for you, Amber.
And what does Amber do? Is she an entrepreneur too?
Yes, she is.
And she's what field? Like she's a coach, consultant?
She is a consultant. She does websites, and she does a lot of virtual VA, virtual assistant. She takes care of social media, and she works for a company that's really good. I do believe she has her own now. Um, but how we met was through the kid marketing, the book. Not going to say anything about that. That's a
No,
different
don't.
type.
That's
That's a
enough.
different. That's a
That's
different type of hack.
yeah.
Oh, or should I say scam? I mean,
Scam.
that's no. I'm sorry.
Stop there. Rewind.
Yeah.
We can talk about that on another topic because that was pretty eventful too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Woo.
So, Nina, how are you going to get back into your Instagram? Because
I'm not.
you're not.
No,
You got to do another one.
no, not going to.
Not going back on Instagram.
No, I don't need to. Why? Why do I need to go on Instagram? Instagram has changed. They don't do pictures anymore. they do stories, they do video. Um, they've gotten away with, the way it was, sharing photos.
Yeah.
And
It
and
looks
there's a
more,
movement. There,
yeah, it's more about reels and lives and
yeah, yeah.
fancy video clips.
There's actually a movement that is going on, and they're trying to, what do you call it? Try to get Instagram to go back to what it was. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I can't keep up with it all, but yeah, Instagram and some of the reels, some of the things on TikTok. I mean, come on.
I don't do TikTok. I
You
don't.
know, there's no, apart from, I guess, YouTube, it's still informational. I'm attracted to information and knowledge and,
Mm.
you know, things that are inspiring and motivating. But, to watch someone that's just bought their cup that says moo cow and they're jumping up and down because it says moo cow. Like, I'm thinking, oh, really? Come on. Like, what is, what's the catch there? It's like, it's really, I don't know. I don't want to judge. I don't want to, but it just makes no sense. It's like you've got to be brain dead to be
Hmm.
watching that and
Brain dead.
think, yeah, and to think that that's exciting, or you've got to
Mm,
put a like on it because it's stimulated you in some way. When I put a like on something, for me, it's like it stimulated me. It's there's a message. There's something that's
yeah.
capturing.
Yeah.
It can be funny. I like funny ones as well. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't be all about education, but to just real silly nonsense, or someone that's just a constant burp that lasts for about 10 seconds, like, and
Really?
that's
Are
those.
you serious?
It's like, I can't believe I just turn it off. Yeah, I don't know why they come up on mine. That could be, it's some funny, crazy things.
Wow. Yeah, that's one thing I don't. I don't do TikTok. I'm on Instagram. The only reason why I was on Instagram was, let me see. Um, why was I on Instagram? I
Because
don't
when
know.
you launched Redefine Me, your V8, remember? Put you on Instagram.
That's right. You remember.
I remember.
Yeah, that goes to show you that how much I really cared about Instagram.
Mm,
I don't care. I mean, I have a Twitter account, but I never go on it.
yeah.
Um, I have a LinkedIn account, and I rarely go on it.
But LinkedIn's all different. LinkedIn is professional.
No, it is not. Let's
It's not
stop it. Mm-mm, not anymore. No, no.
anymore. What is it now?
It's just same thing. It's a bunch of videos of, yeah, yeah. It's still the same. It's still the same as, information, videos and things like that, but, with a business behind it.
Right, right.
Yeah, I I don't. Um,
Interesting.
Even with Facebook, I'm not really too much on here. The only time I come on here is, you know, when we do a live. When I Yeah, when you're going on live and I'm able to catch you.
Yeah,
When I, watch, replays, that I know that you have done, and Wendy and James and the other ones, I'll take a look, and I'll get notification from my daughter if she posted anything. Then I'll go, and look at it and like and things like that. But from time to time, I'll go on Facebook or play games.
or play games. Okay,
Yes.
on
Yeah.
Facebook, there's games.
Oh yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
My
word games.
friends
What
my
kind of games?
friends challenge me all the time.
I do that. What kind of games? I don't even know about those. Not that I want
Um,
to play games, but
uh,
I don't know.
there's like, the bubble pop where you have to do the bubbles. I like that one. It's kind of relaxing a little bit. There's a new one. I don't even. It's called Hearts. But my old actress buddy, you know, challenged me on it, and I was like, oh, why not?
I hope.
Why not? But outside of that, and I use Messenger a lot. That's what I use as far as Facebook is concerned is Messenger because I get to talk to my brother. We get to do a face video call. My sister, same thing. She's all the way in the Philippines, so that's pretty handy. And my classmates too, from time to time when I'm not busy. But yeah, let's say that I'm a old fashioned kind of. I don't know.
Mm, it's okay. I mean, and you can't have all those. It just becomes too much.
Yeah.
It becomes too much too. You know what a lot of people are doing at the moment too, and I think it's a great idea. They call it a detox from all social media and telephones and totally anything to do with technology.
Mm.
And you just sit in the grass, meditate. I don't know, but you just don't have any device on you. Totally. I mean, how can you actually go out without your phone?
Um. I'm gonna say no.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
I'm gonna say
everyone has different responsibilities. I mean, for
yeah,
me, I can't go out without my phone because with my parents not
yeah,
being well,
yeah,
they need me or whatever. But if I didn't have that, if I didn't have those responsibilities, I think I could. I've done it before where I've left the house without a phone and not gone back for it. But I've left the house without the phone and gone back for it because I know that I need a phone. Do you know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell
sorry.
you right now. I am directionally challenged. I will go left instead of right. I don't understand east, and when I don't understand that I am geographically challenged, and I will admit that to anybody. So I cannot leave without my phone with the GPS. Yeah,
Well, you're in a new state, you're in a new area. That's understandable.
yeah,
It's not like you've lived there for years and you now can get in the car and drive around and know every street.
right.
Even when I went away, when I traveled and came back after 7 years, I had to pull out the GPS in my own city, like Melbourne, because I had some mental lapses with certain areas, and that's understandable. So imagine being in a place that's totally new to you.
Yeah.
So
Mm-mm. No. Um. Yeah.
what do you use?
So
Google Maps?
I use Siri actually
Okay.
because I like the
I
I like
use
the
Waze.
Australian I like the Australian accent.
Do you? You
Love
take
it.
it on, yeah, into the
Love it.
Australian accent.
Yeah. You're entering the car park. Yes, I'm entering the car park.
I know. When you say
Yes.
that, 'cause what's car park to you guys? It's not the parking lot. It's
Parking
something
lot.
else. Right.
Parking lot.
You say parking lot. What is a car park for you? When you first heard that, how did you translate that? It's a car park.
I don't know how to answer that because there's no such thing as a car park.
Right. Because
Yeah.
I've said car park to, people in America or that I've spoken, and they say, "What's a car park?"
A park for cars? It's called a junkyard. Yeah.
Funny.
So yeah, it's yeah. I was like, but I understood what you were saying because you said it in a sentence, and I was like, and plus I had Siri as as a um, Australian accent, so I was like, oh
You
yeah,
do, exactly. Yeah.
car park. You're entering the car park. Yes, love
Oh,
it.
great.
Yeah,
Wow. Well, that's an interesting story and an interesting experience you have gone through, Zanetta.
yeah.
And, I think
I
anyone who
am.
is listening to this,
Gosh, I am
share
just.
your experience, share what's happened to you.
Yeah.
When we get here in Australia and I don't open them, and I know it's a scam because I'm not expecting anything in Australia Post. So they'll say there's a straight to my phone message, not on Messenger, or it's straight. I don't know. They get hold of your numbers and they'll say, you have mail waiting at Australia Post.
Oh,
Click here and find out how to collect. Right? I don't have anything. Didn't order anything. I'm not waiting on anything. So I just don't even. I just delete it straight up. I don't even
mm,
go there. Don't even open it. Don't click the link. Whatever you do, anybody.
right.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's
Don't
only
click
in
it.
Australia. I'm sure they have it. They must have stuff like that going on all over the world.
Oh yeah. So I get mail. So I'm a member. I have a Kohl's um, subscription.
Mm.
It's a
You have
department
Coles.
store. Yeah,
You have.
department.
Oh, it's a department store.
Mhm.
Coles for us is a supermarket.
Oh, it's KOHLS.
No, ours is COLES.
Oh,
Coles.
okay. No, this one is it's K.
Oh, so it's
So it's
KOLE.
HS
Oh,
Kohl's.
uh-huh.
Yeah. So I have a subscription, and I have a subscription to also Macy's, which is also another department store, and these other things that I have a subscription to. Um, and then it'll say your receipt, because they'll have oh, here we go.
That's probably on mine, I think.
Oh my God, it's a good thing that we don't have this on.
That's crazy. Hackers. We just talked about hackers. They're just coming on
We
now.
are talking about hackers, and it's a good thing it doesn't show, all of these comments, unless we post it on here.
Hmm.
So yeah, so so there's a grocery store as well, and sometimes when you buy things and the receipt, it'll say do a survey
Oh,
and call this number and you'll do a survey, and sometimes you'll get chosen for whatever it is.
enterprise.
um, and so I never do call that. I don't do the survey. I don't, no matter how much I patronize you. Don't do it. And then I'll get email like, um, uh, congratulations, your receipt from, let's say Target or Macy's.
Hmm.
You've won this to claim your, click this. Like I didn't even do anything. Delete, delete.
Yeah.
Um, Also, there's a whole bunch of things at I mean, those are hackers. I mean, those are phishing. Those are,
Yeah.
PHI,
We
not the FI, not the phishing. Um, but those are different tactics. But this hacker,
are smooth. He was
man, it was a conversation.
Yeah, he was
It
smooth.
was
Actually
con.
he actually studied it in a way that it was easy for him to get people lured in. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
Well, it's there's just so many ways. I think too we also have a freeway toll we have to pay. It's not a
Hmm.
freeway, it's a pay toll. And I was receiving messages saying, click here to pay your toll to avoid further fines. I haven't even been on a page hole. Like, this is like how I know that it's just, again, delete, delete, delete. But people that are using, because they say, okay, the average person will get on the freeway here and then the page hole, and they think, oh yeah, maybe it is a fine. Let me check to see so I can clear it up. And bang, they've been
Yeah.
hacked. They'll
Yeah.
get into your system. We have a lot of people that ring here.
Mhm.
A lot of them are Indians, right? Nothing against Indians. I love Indians, right? But they ring up and they say, oh, this is taxation department. And they got this Indian voice. I mean, the taxation department doesn't call you the first thing. And then you've got to supply them. But this is how they're getting a lot of old people
Yeah.
to pass on the information. And
You
there's
know,
been a thing on, we've got current affairs here. I'm not sure if you have a show like that. And it's where people go on and say what they've experienced and how they've lost $30,000-$40,000 because of these people, these that are fishing on, prying on elderly people because they don't know, and mum will answer the phone, right? So these these people, so I've trained my mum, as soon as you hear an Indian voice of somebody, right? Because we don't have Indian friends. The only Indian
mhm.
friend I have is, or he's not even Indian, he's Sri Lankan, and he calls me on my private number, like my phone number. And I say, Mum, this is what you got to do. Don't have a conversation, because they'll just go on and on. And she was like answering questions, not personal questions, but I don't understand, repeat this, da, da, da. So I say, all you have to do is go, hello, and they're talking, and then go, hello, and they're still talking, and then hello, and they'll hang up on you because they know they can't get through.
Right.
So that's what they do now, because she used to get really upset. So I said, just keep saying hello, and you'll know that they'll hang up on you. If they hang up on you, you know that it's not legit. So
Mm.
that's exactly what they're doing now. They're just doing the
Wow.
hello.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Hello.
Um, you know, I understand. I understand um, people needing a job. I
Mm,
do. I do understand
yeah,
people needing a job. But for you to get on this call and be on a scam call, how dare
yeah,
you?
yeah. It's just crazy.
How dare you? Especially those recorded ones. I get them a lot from California. I get a
Really?
lot of recorded ones. This message is for, and if I know it's my name that has not been used in a long time,
Mm,
like my my maiden name. I'm sorry, my previous married name I haven't been using because I went back to my maiden name. Mm-mm. And then it'll say, there is this case against you. Please call for, if you don't, you have been warned, you have been notified. And it's an actual person talking. I'm like, are you serious? I understand you have a job, you need a job, you need to get paid, but don't do it off the backs
yeah,
of,
scamming people,
yeah,
ripping
scamming
people off.
people.
Yeah,
Karma,
that's thieving. That's
it
just
is.
really
It
daylight robbery.
is. Yeah.
And I have Phil here. I'm not sure if this comes up. I don't think it does because he does emoji. You got to write something, Phil, but he wrote yes. And Phil's from Melbourne, so
Oh, okay.
he knows
Welcome, Phil.
exactly what. Welcome, and he knows exactly what we're talking about when it comes to when I was talking about getting messages. Do you get those messages, Phil, where you got to click here from Australia Post, tollway, pay your bill or else you'll avoid extra fines. So I don't know how they get your number. That's the crazy part. But then again, we've got to be careful. This is exactly when you're very vigilant with this, Zanetta. Careful who you give your number to.
Mm-hmm.
Careful who you give your information to. And just do a little bit of research, some background research, because now there's even a lot of, um, scammers on what they're offering things, and you're paying for something, and if you don't know their background, you've lost X amount of dollars.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
talking about dollars, one of my friends, he lost $900 just the other day on eBay. Is it eBay?
Hmm.
And he purchased like, not a, what do you call them, an iPad, a secondhand iPad.
Hmm.
And this guy was supposed to send it to him. Well, they took his money. He never got his product.
Let me tell you what happened to a good friend of mine. eBay, this was back in the day when eBay was really big.
Hmm.
It was for the PlayStation. It was PlayStation, we now have PlayStation 5, but this is when PlayStation came out. And he went and got a PlayStation for his kid. It was a refurbished PlayStation, and sure enough, it came.
Wait for this.
It was
Okay.
just a box,
Nothing inside.
nothing inside.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they can't say that they were scammed because on the picture or on was just a box.
and they had to record it. They probably registered the delivery,
Hmm.
right, to say it was delivered. So they're
Yeah.
now saying there's nothing in the box. That's their word against them. That's
Yeah.
nasty.
Yeah.
That's nasty. That's
That's
really nasty.
why that's why I don't do it. Facebook has what they call the
Yeah, yeah.
marketplace. Mm-mm. You
And
pick
even
up.
having people come to your home, that's the other thing too. You know how many people have been like
Oh no,
burgled and all that kind of stuff?
you are
Scary.
not coming to my home. Number one. Number two.
Yes.
Well, number one, I'm not going on the market. Facebook
Yeah.
Market. That's number one. I join our community. There's a Facebook group for each community. So here, where I live, because I don't say where I live, I just say I'm in Ohio.
Yes.
because
That.
there are people that are trolls.
Oh yes. Hello, troll.
They watch the
We know
video
you're watching.
afterwards.
Yes, they're watching.
So yeah, I don't say what city. Mm-mm, no. Um, so I joined the local, community. There's a
Mhm.
community on Facebook, and they'll say, "Hey, I have this curb alert. It's going to the trash, or you can pick it up on your own." Or we'll have a community yard sale. So
Got,
those are the ones that I go to and get some items, or if I'm selling something or if I'm giving something for free, then I
yeah.
put it on there. Yeah, that's how I did it when we lived in Virginia. Yeah, yeah, and it was great. It was good people that they were like, "Are you sure you?" Yeah, just that's all I'm asking because I want to get rid of it. There's nothing wrong with it, but I want to get rid of it because it's not going with us here. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's more and more technology is really good, but um, you know, like
There's pros and cons.
everywhere, yeah, like everywhere, there's good people and there's bad people, and technology is the same thing. It's good and then there's bad, but and then there are people that, like what I said, they need to work, they need the money,
Mm,
but don't do it, scamming old people, you know.
right.
Um,
And that's the other thing too, right? Because I don't know what it's like. See, my mum doesn't have an email address.
wow.
So she's what she can do an email address. Like she doesn't have a computer. She has a phone, but that's just from what I've taught her to navigate. But So she'll go to the bank and, she has the old passport book because she's elderly. Now we've changed banks and they don't have them. And they said everything's online. Well, she says, I don't have any computer. I don't have email. So they're jammed. They don't know what to do with a client like that.
Uh, go old school.
Right.
I'm
They won't issue a passport book if you're
what?
new. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually contesting that because there's a code of practice that actually says any vulnerable elderly person asking for a passport book should be given because of
Yeah,
their age and their vulnerability.
yeah.
So we're in the process of that. And it's like, well, how do she doesn't have an email. And you tell them, no, I don't have an email. And she says, so they're lost. They don't know what to do. The teller
Wow,
doesn't know what to do.
wow. So even with the with my job, we put down because we do recognize that there are some people that do not have email addresses. They don't have computers.
Right.
So they
What a
want
blissful life they must be living.
peaceful. I know they're not getting hacked.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for
Yes.
sure.
So we do have a way for them to still, you know, file a complaint, and it's all hard copy
Right.
through the mail, through the mail system. Yeah. Speaking of mail system, whenever we have a package at the post office, the mailman comes and puts it in the mailbox, the letter or the thing. It does it. We don't. Post office never sends an email.
No.
Yeah, they
No.
never
And if you're
ever.
not home, they'll leave you a slip.
Yeah, leave you a
That's
slip.
right.
Yes.
That's right. So that's what I'm saying. When you're getting a message on your phone, because you think, my post office doesn't have my phone number. How in the hell are they calling me? Like, what's it got to do with? Yeah, no, it's
Yeah. And how do they get your phone number? They'll dial.
is that what they do? Just change
Yeah.
numbers, or
Just dial. Just keep on dialing, dialing,
they've
dialing,
got
dialing.
nothing else to do but just
Nothing else to do.
ah,
Nothing else to do but be a scum of the face of the earth. That's what they're. Yeah. I feel for Amber's friend who lost 5,000.
so how did she lose 5,000? What did they do? They hacked her bank account through like the
I'm
fake
pretty sure it
register?
was because of that, you know, that conversation.
Right, but how did they get to a bank account? That's what I'm saying.
No, they don't get to your bank account. If they went to your bank account would have been zero.
Right.
No,
So
so
how,
what they're doing is there's like the one that said invest your money in. That's what that
oh,
is. Yeah.
okay. It was an
Invest
ad.
your money
Someone
in. Yeah.
would put this money.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what it does. It tells you, yeah, it's so
Now, let me
it's
tell you about
crazy.
that. Let me tell you about that. When these are it is. They're subliminal hypnotic suggestions. That's what they are.
Mm,
Used in a negative way.
mm,
They are subliminal negative suggestions. Click here, invest your money, and get an X amount of return. Straight up. It's totally it's inferred.
yeah. Well,
And people
here's a question then, because I'm not impulsive. I mean, I can be impulsive in certain things, like eating ice cream.
right,
That could be an impulse.
right.
Um,
We're talking about an impulse action to take
uh,
action on something.
money, yeah,
Right,
monetary actions.
right, right.
Um, you know, so the get rich,
Schemes.
quick kind of things. See, there we go again.
What's that?
A call. I'm telling you.
A scam call?
Yeah, I don't know anybody from Alhambra, California.
Bro.
Yeah, I've never been in Alhambra, California. Don't know anybody in Alhambra, California. And if your name does not pop up on my phone, you're not gonna get an answer.
Mm,
So, and if you change your phone, I'm not gonna answer. You better text me. You better
that's
say,
right.
"Hey, this is so and so."
I remember.
So no. Um, what was I
Does mine
saying?
come up? Does
Huh?
mine come up when I call you from Australia?
Yes.
It does come up, yeah.
Yes.
Because I remember the first time I did it, you didn't answer, and that was a very rich. You said, I don't know this number. And then I called you on Messenger, and I said, I've been trying to call you. She said,
Right.
oh, is that you?
I was like, is that you, Stefania? Okay. So then I put your name on there.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the the thing is here, it is what is going on in your psyche? Oh, I'm gonna make money. Oh, I'm gonna, and then you fall for it. So, um, I think like we've shared before, and you've shared that you paid a lot of money to meet me. Ditto. I paid a lot of money to meet you too. Um,
Right.
it's because of what we were trying to do. Our I guess our vision, where we wanted to go, how we wanted to do things, and we trusted certain people.
Yeah.
And and then when you see them, like some of these other big names, oh, we're having a webinar for free, and the next thing you know, they're asking for $10,000. You're like, what? And some of them
Mm,
are forking up that money.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're really getting very, they're fine tuning their sales staff that do the calls. Not sure if you, I was listening to one the other day just purely because and I was listening, and the words were just pretty much the same, but just in a different way. The questions, they're just asking the same questions, but in a different, and I think anyone that's just not switched on, unfortunately, will just fork up money like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to share one person, and um, who actually um, made a difference, and who actually I saw the product and how much I paid for that. It should have been more. And I'm just going to be honest with that. His name is Travis Greenlee. He has this program that he will teach you from start to finish. And by the time you finish, you will have this great product.
Mm.
And also, you see him. You just don't go on, watch these videos, answer these questions, no, you actually see him live on a live
Mm.
Zoom call, and he wants to know where you're at, what you're doing, where you're falling, where you're failing, what is your limited beliefs and things like that. And so he's really good. And so if I'm going to recommend anyone, it would be Travis Greenlee. Now, the other ones, like big names, oh, buy this, a program of mine and 10x, and you'll have this and this and that for only $49. And what is it? A bunch of nothing. You don't get anything. You just get a bunch of good talk. of how they made money, but they don't tell you the exact steps. But if you want to, and if you want me to help you, get all this money, then you're going to have to 10x it. You're going to have to, you know, level up, or you're going to have to buy this, or, sign up for this. And then somebody else calls you, not this person.
Right.
Yeah. Travis Greenlee, he actually calls you. He actually gives you his personal phone number. I do have his personal phone number. I'm not going to give it out because he's a good friend. And yes, he is a multimillionaire because he cares. He's the only one that I know. He's the only one that I know that I've encountered that really helped. And I tried his program. Remember, you asked me if I have it? I said, yeah, but I haven't clicked submit. It worked. I actually tried it on someone, and she ran with it, and she's doing good. 4-hour call. It was a 4-hour call. I tried it. I said, I'm going to do a beta with you. Let me see if it works. And yeah.
See? It's karma, isn't it? When you're doing the right thing and you don't need to do all the hype of all the marketing, things will just happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And he actually tells you what to do and how to do it and what to get. Yeah.
So there you go. Careful who you're speaking to.
Mm-hmm.
Careful who you share your information with.
Right. Right. And I did mention that, is there a different, what about a different form of hacking? We'll talk about that next week.
Okay, let's do a continuation next week.
Yeah, a different type of hacking. And just to give you a glimpse as to what it is, it's actually not stealing your profile or hacking into your social media. It's actually hacking you.
Oh.
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 Yeah. Knowing you're being hacked personally.
Oh my. Yes. And this is what I'm going to say, because Stefania has a lot of videos out there. Yes, she does. She has a lot of good content. She has a lot of good advice. She has, and it's for men, but let me tell you, it's also for women. And what I'm finding out is that Stefania has been hacked. With some of your content. So we're going to talk about that next week. It's a different type of hack, and we shall talk about it. Have you personally, as a character or as a brand, been hacked?
Well, actually, that was another thing I got this is a year ago. Actually, talking about that, someone confronted me, texted me, not texted through my emailed me, obviously through support at the Gentleman Square, and was going to take me to court for using the name The Gentleman Square because it's already been registered. And I laughed. That domain has been taken, so you're going to be sued. And I laughed. I said, I paid for that domain. I've paid for the business name. I've registered the business. It's like, get out of here. And I just didn't respond. And that was the end of that. Where did you get that name from? Like as if I don't know, stole it from somewhere or whatever. Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. And originally it was Gentleman Square without the Gentleman Square. And when I first started, I hadn't registered my business name. I hadn't got a domain. I just put it out there because I think I
Mhm.
told you how I got that
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Um, and when I went to register it, when I first looked at it and I looked at domain, I said, you know what, let me just play with it a little bit more, see if it sits right. Then when I went to go and register it as a domain, it'd been taken, but nothing had been done with it. It was like, when you bring it up and says, the website is currently under construction. You
Hmm.
look it up, same thing, nothing's happened. So they bought it thinking that I would have paid 10 grand for that name.
Mm. Mm.
Do you know, that's what they do. They steal names, domains, and then ask for a ludicrous price for that domain name. So that's why it's important to make sure that you're paying for your domain name as well. That's
Yeah.
another
Mine is
reason.
automatic.
Right.
Mine is an
Yes.
automatic. Yeah. Yeah.
So, so then I just put the Gentleman Square because I thought, it's the one and only. The actually makes it more exclusive.
Right.
There's only one sun, the moon, right? So there's
Yes.
only one, the Gentleman Square. So
There you
that's how
go.
I was like, you know what? I'm actually happy that happened because I was able to then, personalize it as the
Yeah.
only Gentleman Square.
Yeah. Well, they're not only trying to, hack your domain name, they're also hacking your cut 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 content.
All all right. We'll leave it for next week because I'm
Right.
no more. I'm curious to know more.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Oh, we've been on for an hour and 6 minutes. So,
Yes.
do
Thank
share,
you.
do know, talk to your friends, let them know, um, uh, the hacking is now totally different. They're not having conversations. So if someone all of a sudden starts to conversate with you, make sure that you contact that individual on a
Mm,
different platform,
yes,
on a different platform. So yeah.
absolutely. Well, thank you, Zanetta. Thanks for sharing your experience with Instagram and the hacking experience with what was his name again, so people know?
Lloyd Bankus.
Lloyd Bankus. He's a genius at hacking, but don't get caught up in his genius hacking. And be vigilant. Have your eyes and your ears switched on,
Yes.
and know who you're sharing your information with. I think that's the biggest lesson, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
And like you said, you get any message, just connect with that person on a different platform if you have, and if you don't respond. Don't
Right.
click any, don't
Don't respond.
paste and copy and paste or whatever.
Yeah, or just delete the conversation. And
Yeah.
if they come back with, "Hey, how come you haven't responded?" Delete.
Exactly.
That person would call you or contact you in a different way.
Mm,
However, so yeah.
yes, absolutely. Well, good. Well, thank you. And thank you to everyone that has followed us today in this conversation. That was Amber
Hmm.
and Phil, and who was
Yes.
the other one? Lady as well.
Yeah.
And anyone else that's watching it on the replay, hashtag
Hmm.
replay. And we will catch you next week with the sequel of Hacking.
Yes. Have you been hacked?
Lately. All
All
right.
right. We send you love.
And passion.
Till next time.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Bye bye.